Prostitution. Archaeologists discovered a bathhouse and brothel remains in northern Greece, which have artifacts that have depictions of sexual intercourse on them. Long ago, around 2,000 years back, prostitution was still being used, and that is why it is referred to the oldest profession. Prostitution is defined as providing or receiving sexual acts by specific agreement between a prostitute, the client, and sometimes the employer, the pimp. In the world of prostitution, there are various types of male and female prostitutes. Streetwalkers, call girls, and brothel workers are all types of female prostitution. Male prostitutes are generally hustlers, gigolos, and male escorts. Most of the time, these men sell their services to other men, but on rare occurrences, they sell to women. The females that work the corner are called streetwalkers. They make the least amount of money and sell their services to those who typically drive up to them. These women are at the greatest risk for their profession due to arrest, violence, and STIs. Streetwalkers are less educated and usually involved with drugs. Interactions are less varied and short and are usually manual masturbation, oral sex, and vaginal intercourse. Similar to streetwalkers are hustlers. This is the male equivalent. They as well stand on the street corners or in bars. Most of their interactions occur in cars, restrooms, hidden outdoor locations, motels, but most never in the participants' houses. They usually engage in oral sex, masturbation, or anal intercourse. Most identify as heterosexual, but a close second is bisexual, followed by gay. Drug abuse and health issues, such as STIs, are very prevalent in these men. Women with consistent clients are called call girls. The clients see the call girls on a regular basis. However, it may not be every week. These females make the most money of all types of prostitutes and can earn hundreds of thousands of dollars per year. Call girls are less likely to be drug abusers and are at less risk for violence since they get to know their clients. Gigolos and male escorts are similar to call girls, but more for escorts and not sexual acts. Gigolos are paid for their sexual services to women. On the other hand, male escorts are hired by women, but not necessarily for sexual interactions, but for companionship. In most of the world, brothels are illegal. However, in Nevada, prostitution is not outlawed or prohibited. These women work in houses where people are paying customers. Brothel workers have the safest conditions in which they are closely monitored and clients are screened before they are let in. They receive regular medical exams and use condoms consistently. Lastly, they gene rally, do not get a choice to behaviors they must engage in. Who becomes a prostitute? Prostitution is correlated with poverty, early sexual experiences, abuse, and drug addiction. Prostitutes often come from the lowest economic levels of society. Some prostitutes feel prostitution is their only option for financial survival. A study showed that a majority of prostitutes started using drugs prior to their first experience with prostitution. The majority of prostitutes began sexual activities 1.3 to 2.5 years earlier than non-prostitutes. Prostitutes are more likely to have been victims of sexual abuse and sexual assault, both